I am a victim of one of the most disastrous events to happen in human history. And it all started when I went to the gym. So basically, it was a rest day yesterday. I wasn't supposed to lift or run or anything. It was just a day. I just went to go in to walk and get my heart rate up a little bit just to stay, in the mood of moving. And I went to the gym because I can't walk outside. I don't know what the global warming people have been doing, but it's so cold out. A global warming has to be a lie. It's like 15 degrees out every single damn day. But anyway, I have to be walking inside on the treadmill because it's just too cold to be walking outside. So for rest days, I like to walk on the treadmill, just get some steps in for 30, 45 minutes, get the heart rate up, and that's it. And something I've been doing recently on my rest days where I'm just walking is listening to podcasts instead of listening to music. Because I figure I have this 30, 45 minutes period of time where I could be listening to music or I could be like learning something coming off with a little bit of knowledge. So I've been listening to educational business podcasts, trying to up the knowledge just a little bit. And one of the podcasts I've been listening to is Diary of a CEO. It's where this guy talks with people about business, health, the gym, stuff like that. And for yesterday, I was looking for a podcast and I saw one that looked a little interesting. It was an interview with a sleep expert. So I have known over the past year just that sleep is so important to life. It is, getting more sleep. It improves your physical health, mental health, mood, and basically everything in between. Sleep is a cheat code for having a better life. I understand that, but I always like to learn more, to know more. So I was like, all right, for this walk, this 30-minute or so walk, I am going to listen to this podcast with a sleep expert so I can up my knowledge about sleep. And the beginning of it was pretty, business as usual, stuff I already knew. Sleeping is really good for memory, it's good for athletic performance, all that stuff. But we get to maybe 20, 30 minutes or so in the podcast. I forget how long it was, but this lady, she starts talking about a little life hack to get more energy. And she says, well, they get into the topic of naps and how naps don't always work because people sleep too long and then they wake up groggy, which is 100% true. There have been times where, I go to take a little nap and then I end up feeling worse than when I started. But she says there is this little life hack, and I want you guys to remember this name. It's called the nappuccino.
The nappuccino, you go and take your favorite caffeinated beverage.
Yeah.
The caffeine will start to kick in about 15 minutes, and you go and then take your 20 to 30-minute power nap. Then bam, both the caffeine will have kicked in and the power nap will have kicked in. And
where basically you take advantage of caffeine by having some caffeine before you nap, whether it be coffee, an energy drink, pre-workout. And speaking of pre-workout, psychopharma.com, use code PEANUT, the best pre-workout ever. Anyway, the nappuccino, back to the subject at hand. The nappuccino is where you take some form of caffeine and then take a very quick nap, like 15 to 20 minutes. And the logic of this nappuccino is that you take the caffeine, and since caffeine takes, 15, 20 minutes to set in, you sleep for 10 or 15, 20 minutes, and then the caffeine wakes you up from the nap, and you get the benefits of the nap and the caffeine. So taking this nappuccino is allegedly supposed to give you a great burst of energy. And this sleep expert in the podcast, she said that nappuccinos have been scientifically proven to give you more energy than whether if you just did a nap or just did caffeine. So I was like, oh, I like trying new things, bettering myself, finding ways to have more energy and be more productive. I'm going to be a man of nappuccino. So I said, I'm going to try this nappuccino out. The second I get home, I am going to be a man of nappuccino. And when it works, I'm going to tell everyone about it. Do the nappuccinos. So I get home and I take my couple scoops of instant coffee, which, by the way, people hate on instant coffee. It's so efficient. You just take a couple scoops, mix it up, and you get your caffeine. So I take my couple scoops of instant coffee and I go over yonder onto my bed and I say, I am going to take this 15, 20-minute nap, and I am going to shoot out of bed like a cannon. And I had a lot of stuff to do after, and that's part of the reason I decided to do the nappuccino that day, is because I had lunch with someone, I had a bunch of stuff for YouTube to work on, so I was like, all right, nappuccino time. I'm going to come out of this feeling like a rocket. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. So I lay my head down for the nappuccino. I close my eyes after ingesting caffeine, and 2 hours later, I wake up feeling worse than I ever have in my entire life. Not only do I wake up tired, but I wake up miserable. I don't know what this was. Oh, take a little nappuccino. Oh, take a nappuccino, and you'll feel the greatest thing of your life. Misinformation. I have never felt in my life so bad after a nap. It was incredible. And I have a picture I'm going to put on screen right now. Not only did I feel terrible after the nap, look at what the nappuccino did to my hair. Was there something in the caffeine that shot my hair out like a cannon, making me look? And 2 people, upon me waking up, commented on the fact that my hair looked ridiculous. And I had to say, oh, well, it's not my fault. It's the nappuccino I took that made me sleep for 2.5 hours. I cannot believe in 2025 there is such a rampant spread of misinformation. Oh, just take a little nappuccino. Nappuccino is going to save your life. Nappuccino is scientifically proven to give you the most energy ever. And I'm sitting here 3 hours later like an idiot, waking up being like, ugh. It was one of those naps where you wake up and, like you have those marks on your body because you were digging yourself so deep into the pillow. I don't know what the hell happened. And before you comment, but Orange Peanut, you were probably just sleep deprived and really need a nap. I slept great the night before and the night before that. I was okay. I just decided to discover the power of this, oh, take a nappuccino. Nappuccino is going to save your life, because I thought it was going to be something that would benefit me. And this sleep lady said, oh yeah, it's scientifically proven, more effective. Take your nappuccino. And it absolutely soiled my pants, figuratively. 4-hour nap. 4 hours. It is incredible to me that someone can sit there on a podcast with such a straight face. Oh, I'm a professional. Listen to me. The nappuccinos will save your life. Nappuccino this, nappuccino that. More like nappuccino. No, I should have known because the word no was right at the end of it. Don't nappuccino. I can't believe that it was supposed to be this quick little power nap. You take it, you shoot out a cannon, and then 5 hours later, I wake up and I'm like, I didn't even know where I was. It was one of those naps because I was napping for so long that I started having a dream, and then I woke up and I was like, what's going on? Like an idiot. I made an absolute buffoon of myself in this disaster beyond comprehension. Oh, just take the nappuccino. Nappuccino, nappuccino, nappuccino. No! Don't ever take a nappuccino in your life. It is one of the most ridiculous, unuseful, harmful things. And I can't believe in this year we live in, misinformation is still being spread. Oh, nappuccino, yeah! No. I can't. I'm still in shock that I was supposed to have a great day, be productive. I missed my lunch with someone. I had to text, be like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't make the lunch. I'm a victim of a nappuccino misinformation. I didn't end up doing anything for YouTube because I was miserable the next 2 hours because I woke up feeling so awful. It was just overall one of the biggest disasters of my life, possibly in American history. And I can't believe it that a so-called expert is like, yeah, take the nappuccino. No more nappuccinos. So if there's anything you guys can take away from this video, besides that I am a big complainer, do not nappuccino. It is one of the worst suggestions I have ever heard in my life, and it had a detrimental effect on me, and I am a worse man for it. Get out of here.